My friend recently suggested that I try one of the products that he was selling and was also kind enough to sponsor this video. This product is made by a local Malaysian chocolate company, Chocodaps. All products are sealed in beautiful packaging. The one I got was hazelnut dark and it was in bite-sized pieces. They taste phenomenal for the price and can be enjoyed at any time of the day. They also have different types of products that you can try out, all surrounded by the taste of chocolate. For more information, check them out in the link down in the description below. So I have been a music lover for quite some time now. Ever since Avicii released his song Wake Me Up, I actually fell in love with EDM, and in transition, I fell in love with music in general. And fast forward to where we are now in 2021, music has become a way of how I escape from the stress and just be in my own world. Now, here's the thing. Sound quality to me is quite important, especially when I'm a content creator. I want to make sure that people have the best audio experience, because whatever you watch or whatever you do will always be 50% visual and 50% audio. When this is the key towards how we actually motivate a person to actually get engaged a little bit more with the content we create, music is very important. Now, I have been using these Apple generic earphones for quite some time now in terms of my editing and also my daily use. However, I actually purchased these. These came in the mail not long ago, so this will be my first time using, and I want to see how does this stack up to something that some people would actually buy at a much more expensive price, considering that most of the YouTube reviews outside, right in YouTube, are outside of Malaysia, meaning that the currency conversion rate will be $1 in Malaysian ringgit would be around 4 plus ringgit. So in terms of recommending, that would be hard. Some people would follow reviewers, but to me as a Malaysian, if you're watching, if you're a Malaysian too, it's not wrong to buy those products, but just keep in mind that you might have other alternatives that are much more worth it for the Malaysian cost. Some you cannot justify because it's an international thing, but there are some that you have to factor in Malaysian cost, which is why I want to see if these actually sound decent enough for daily use and maybe become my new daily driving wireless earbuds. Well, let's see. So now I'm gonna switch on my Bluetooth. That's actually quite fast for a connection. That's actually quite fast. Now let's go online and search for something that would be nice. Let's try Crab Rave, because I know some of you are Linus Tech Tips viewers and you like him reviewing a lot of audio gear, or maybe laptops when you have speakers, anything that has audio related reviews. He would use Crab Rave as an example of how good audio should be. I'm not stealing this idea from him though. I'm a big fan of his. So Linus, thank you so much for being a very good role model for me. But because it's a good representation used by people, why not let's see how good the quality of audio is by playing Crab Rave through these pair of earbuds. Let's see. It's my first time listening to these, so I'm not really sure how this would sound. The sound of the ocean is quite clear. Quite clear. That bass drop. Not bad, not bad. What the Oh, that had some kick. Okay, that's interesting. I am at a loss for words. But then let's hold on. Let's try another song, okay? Let's try something from another music artist that I know. He's a music producer, you would say, something like what Alan Walker would be. But this one is quite the underdog. He has very good songs. This guy, Meyo, sorry, butchering your name, Meyo. Sorry, but yeah, I like your music, and this song in particular, I actually like it a lot. Alright, found the song. Let's listen to it.
Running right back to the old me. Know you wanna say that you know me, you don't know me. I could be alone with you. Just wanna be alone
God.
with you. I could be alone with you. Hey, I could be what you need. I could be what you need.
Whoa, my God. Very, I don't know what to say. These for the price that I paid, these are actually quite good. You know what, I'll just continue listening. I'll see you soon. Okay, so we are now back to the review. Do not ask me why I'm wearing something like this. In Malaysia, today it has been very cold, it's raining, and I thought like I just got this for a photo shoot that I might plan in the future. So, well, why not have this and have this on during a cold day? Don't judge. One thing to actually talk about these earbuds, as you've seen in the clip, I am quite amazed with how good these actually sound. Like, I'm still having these here, and I just can't put a finger on how good are these for the price that I paid. So before I go into the review, just let me talk about where did I get these. So these are the ZNT, depending on where you live and what type of English you prefer, Z or Z, that alphabet, it's your preference on how you want to pronounce it. But for simple reasons, I'm just going to stick to one. So the ZNT RockHiFi Bluetooth wireless earbuds are actually quite good. So these buds are from the company ZNT, and the particular model that I have here, like I just mentioned, is the RockHiFi wireless earbuds. And these, on the time that I got this on Shopee, which is the Asian version of Amazon, you actually can't really, I just don't know how to explain. I got these on a sale for 40 ringgit. 40 ringgit is like 10 US dollars. For the original price of 50 plus ringgit, you're talking about a maximum of 15 US dollars for this pair of wireless earbuds. Now, that in itself, the pricing in itself is already good enough. It's the sub $50 category by leagues away, and when you talk about the quality of this, you are actually quite in for a treat. Okay, so let's talk about what I think will be worth mentioning about these wireless earbuds. Let's talk about the build quality first. It has this matte black finish on the casing. It's fingerprint resistant in a sense. It's not fingerprint proof, but it resists a lot of the oils and the fingerprints quite well. You do have to do some cleaning sometimes, but in a general use case, these don't really attract a lot of fingerprints at all, which is good. That is why I love this build material, which just makes a lot of sense. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is on the exterior, you'd have these 4 LED indicator lights. I'm going to show this if I can get it to focus. Where are you? Okay, if you can see, there are like these 4 LED like slits over here. The lights are coming out over there, and what I feel is most interesting is that These are quite good because it gives you a visual representation of how much battery do you have left before you totally run out, and it's just convenient enough. Now, in terms of the lid is well made. Now, listen. This is a very satisfying lid and it's built quite well. It's not too stiff and it's not too floppy to the point where, you know, like it's closed. Like it's not flopping out, which is good. It means that the magnets are strong enough to keep things in place. And when you actually open the buds, you have access to your two wireless earbuds, which are also magnetically attached securely inside its compartment to charge. Now, the same goes for the interior magnets. I'm not holding the buds. These are not coming off. These are staying inside, latched in its shell. But then these are actually not strong enough to the point where you can't take it out, because like, boop, it's here, like literally, it's in my hand right now, and it shows that the magnets are just doing its job quite well. And coming in the box, it also has these tips that you can change, so it has a good fit, meaning that you do not have to worry about the buds getting loose or getting too tight, because you can customize the fit to be as close as it can be to a very nice seal, meaning that you will have the best audio quality and the best seal in your ear. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that the buds, in terms of its build quality, is a glossy finish. So I nearly dropped those. So in terms of the build quality on the buds, since it's a glossy finish, it will be a slight fingerprint magnet. To be honest, it's not slight, it's quite a lot. As you can see, there are no buttons on the buds. Now, this is something worth mentioning because the buds have these touch capacitive buttons. These are good to me because you do not have a physical button that you have to press hard on it. So these have quite a very responsive touch capacitive buttons, and these are on both sides of the earbuds, so they work in either way. It's perfectly fine. If you were to hold down the left earbud, you're going to actually reduce the volume. If you hold the right button, it's going to actually go up in volume. Going back and forth tracks will be, obviously, back is left and forward is right. And then tapping 3 times on any side, you would get the Google Assistant. Or if you're using Siri, it works on Apple as well. These are good, but just keep in mind that if you have fat fingers and you're trying to adjust the earbuds in your ear, you might accidentally touch these buttons. So just keep that in mind while you're actually, doing your day's work. Why am I out of focus? Ew. Okay, so now let's talk about battery life. So I am able to use these in a day comfortably. I'm able to generally use this within 1 day without any issues and still have 1 charge left in the case, meaning that I am talking about this in a typical use case scenario, which means this can last you for a few days depending on how frequent or how little you use these earbuds. Based on my test for this video, it was quite okay. General use without me going full dive into this, it lasted me for 2-3 days, and it's not about just recharging, it's about how I use these. So 2-3 days is actually not bad depending on how I use this. I use this to stream a lot of movies and videos for me to watch. I also listen to music on a daily basis. I even do a little bit of editing to test and see the lag, and it's a slight lag. That is why I wouldn't recommend these for professional work, but I'll get to that later in the video for this review. It's just that these sound great and they last actually quite long. I, for one particular day, did a full rundown test to see how long these batteries last along with the case. I will share the results over here. I can't really remember, it's in the document somewhere, but it's going to be placed over here. You can actually see the time code, the amount of time that I actually have on these buds throughout its entire lifespan of one full charge in the buds and the full charge of the case over here. So what do you actually get in the box? In the box, you actually have the charging case with the earbuds in it, and it's at 0% charge, so you have to charge these first to its max capacity once, just to see how it goes, and then if you want to check if the battery is faulty, I would suggest that you do that. And other than the case and the earbuds, you would have the interchangeable ear tips. Yes, interchangeable ear tips, which I mentioned a bit earlier in the video. And then it also comes with a Type-C charging cable. Speaking of Type-C, it's a Type-C cable adapter. It's a port for a Type-C cable. Many companies do not use a Type-C adapter when the cost of manufacturing that is not really that far. So for other companies who are still stuck with micro USB, especially budget companies, stop. Use Type-C. It's the way to go forward. Use Type-C. Now, those are the things that will come in the box along with the manual. Obviously, you can just throw the manual. You don't need it. Now, just talking about a personal experience and also my personal point of view, should you actually get these earbuds for the price? Now, allow me to talk about a user's point of view. For 40 Malaysian ringgit on sales, if not, it's around 50 Malaysian ringgit. And for those of you who are trying to see this in US dollars, it's 15 US dollars-ish. That's the max it can go. These sound very good for the price. These sound very good. The bass is very, very responsive. It's very good. It has very deep bass as well, strong bass, punchy. The trebles are quite good. It's dealt with quite well. The midtones, no, this is not color grading. The mid-range of this is actually quite good. It doesn't really blow out, and it doesn't have a lot of issues when it transitions between the bass and the mid-range or the treble. It's quite okay. It's not overpowering, and it's not being overpowered by the bass. Going to the high end, there's not a lot of high end. It's good, but it's not really the most amount of high-end range that you would actually expect. It's good. It has some high-end, but it's not really having a lot of high-end presence. In terms of the full depth, in terms like, you know, that oomph when you actually listen to music or when you actually watch movies, these sound very decent. These are very good. If you were to use these for gaming or for any professional audio work, I would strongly suggest that you find something else, because even though these are good for the money, these do not provide you the best experience when it comes to gaming and also professional audio work, because these have a slight delay. So when you're editing videos and whatnot, when timing for audio is very important, it might cause you some inconvenience. So I would refrain from using this on professional work, because I've tried this on Premiere Pro. I know the struggle. It's not really bad, but I would refrain from using this. So this is my advice to you. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you're using this for gaming, it would be a disadvantage, because if you are playing FPS type of games, like if you're playing Valorant or CSGO, where audio cues are very important, footsteps, gunshots, the distance, and your surrounding awareness, these aren't for you gamers. If you're playing something like League of Legends, Dota, things that do not have a lot of awareness sense, where you do not need to listen to a lot of fine details, these are fine. FPS games, no, don't use these. Find something else that is much better for the price, and just don't use these for gaming. These are okay, but they're not suitable for certain games like FPS games or any other types of games that need very clear hearing. You do not want a delay and you do not want to miss out on a lot of audio cues with this. So to sum it all up, should you buy the ZNT RockHiFi earbuds? In my opinion, if you're a person who is actually trying to find a cheaper alternative towards your daily drivers, or if you want to start out on wireless earbuds that are in-ear style wireless earbuds that do the job very well for the price that is under 50 ringgit, if you can catch it on a sale, I believe that these are a very good option for you. So I would give this a 5 out of 5 for great quality for the price. If it's use case, by all means, mileage may vary, but these perform very well, so there's no regret in buying these for yourself or for anyone else that you know to try. So that is all from me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, and as I said in this channel for every single time, don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to actually visit the link down below if you want to actually find these on Shopee. Hopefully I can find the one on Amazon as well for those of you who are living in the US. So ciao, I am going to have some music with me, and as I said in this channel, enjoy creating your content.